What do you have to say for yourself? Someone is always jealous. Jasmine's for schmucks.
The amount of people telling me I'm gonna die.
I'm not gonna degrade myself by doing it on camera. Comes out a nice thick consistency. Not one, not two, but 3 fried eggs. What is up, the wonderful people of YouTube? Before we get on with the video, I'm gonna remind you all to like, comment and subscribe, because I always forget to do that. And this channel is growing. It's growing slowly, but it is growing. So today's plan of action is a full day of eating plus a leg day. So the last 4-5 months I've been training Muscleworks for legs, and that's been going really nicely. I'm really enjoying that hack squat. So I've seen some ridiculous progression on there. But today we're going back to Stackhouse for a leg day, which will be fun. I haven't used that pendulum in a while, and I just thought it'd be quite cool to see where I've come the last 5-ish months. I think the last time I used it was in December. So yeah, that could be kind of cool. And it'd be quite interesting to just see how my leg strength has progressed since sort of that prep time, without the sort of skill of a specific piece of equipment. You know, part of progression is you're getting better at using the equipment that you're using, but having been out of the routine of it for a while, it'd be quite interesting to just see, have I developed some new muscle, some new strength, and sort of just have a bit of fun, really. As I'm deloading next week, like, why not have some fun? You know, I've had some really interesting sets, because I've sort of just said, you know, I just want to do some random cool shit. So like you saw in the last video, hit 2 plates for 24 reps. Yesterday did some barbell rows, hit 140 for a set of 10, which is the first time that I've done that in a while, which was nice. And then followed that up with a set of 20 with 120 kilos, which was pretty out there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, to be fair. So that was really fun. And then decided that as I had hit 80 kilos body weight, I thought, you know what? I'm just going to grab the 80 kilo dumbbells and give that a whirl. So yeah, single arm road with 80 kilos. I haven't done a single arm dumbbell row in ages, but it's one of those random movements that I'm just strong at. So I always enjoy doing that. And then also today, going to take you through a full day of eating. So the workout portion is going to be a little bit shorter today, just because I'm not going to cover that much. I kind of just wanted to share the pendulum squat. Whether that goes well or horribly, we'll find out. But yeah, that's the main thing there. But today's going to be a full day of eating on some higher foods. So my current macros are, let's see if I can remember them off the top of my head, 218 grams of protein, 520 grams of carbs, and 66 grams of fat. Yes. So I've had this food bump for the last 2 weeks, and obviously hit 80 kilos body weight for the first time in a while. Yesterday it dropped back down again to 79.3 this morning, but so that's a rundown of what the day looks like. Yeah, I'll catch you for meal number 1 in a bit. So meal number 1 is 125 grams of Jason sourdough bread, which of course is the absolute staple. only 75 grams of, or 75 milliliters of egg whites, and then not 1, not 2, but 3 fried eggs. It appears I fucked up 2 of them, so yeah, not an ideal start. And then 150 grams of no added sugar baked beans. Yeah, I still use a little fork, even though I'm not in prep anymore. Still very, very hungry, even 6 months later. So yeah, that's pretty normal, I think. And then, well, it's a good thing as well. Hunger is often considered this really bad thing, but even in sort of a surplus and where you're trying to grow, there is benefit to it. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with this. I know that everyone else loves a bit of a runny yolk, so I thought I'd share this beauty with you. Yeah, mate, banging. I'm gonna lick this plate, but I'm not gonna degrade myself by doing it on camera. Meal number 2, after 2.5 hours of just sitting here working, really. So I didn't really film anything because it's boring as shit. But meal number 2, a little bit different. No ingredients, but just in the way that I've prepared it is slightly different. So we've got 60 grams of cucumber, 20 grams of pickles, 32 grams of avocado, 125 grams of raw weight 5% beef, 350 grams of cooked sushi rice. Yeah, like I've talked about loads on this channel, having different ways of preparing the same food is really like a very valuable skill to have when it comes to diet adherence and sort of consistency, because no matter what, how much you enjoy a meal, if you're cooking it the exact same way every day for years on end, you're probably going to get bored of it. So doing this slightly different, instead of like mashing up the meat, just make a little like smash patty. I started off by just making 2, but I got bored and was like, it's so much effort just getting the balls right. I was like, I'll just do one massive one. And it seems to be working pretty well. Something a little bit different, like I say, and all in all, tastes really good. So yeah, I'm gonna smash this down, and then I'll catch you for meal number. I'll catch you for something, I'm sure. Yeah.
This feels like I never left it, to be fair. It's very heavy, but like, it feels great. So yeah, the plan is just to mog the crap out of the old me in terms of the loading. I think I got to 60 total. It'd be quite cool to get to 80, but I don't see that happening. I think I got 60 for, like I said, at 10. So I'll probably try and do my back off at that and just see what I can get on the top set. But yeah, just have some fun with this. Something that I want you to take note of is I'm doing what works for me here in terms of my heels coming off of the pad. Like, that feels good on my knees, feels good on my ankles. If it doesn't feel good for you, don't do it. Like, that's one of the big things about lifting, is you have to figure out what feels good, what works for you. Like, someone might follow this execution and really hurt their knees. Works for me. I've done it for a period of 6 months to a year of allowing my heels to come off slightly and really drive through like the knuckle of my foot. So right there, if you can see that, I don't know, but that works for me. Might not work for you. Figure it out for yourself. Sure, you get loads of people coming chirping like on my stiff legs. I posted that to YouTube. Boy, the amount of people telling me I'm gonna die because of my future back injury, it's crazy. But your spine is meant to bend. It's function for that. That's what your erectors are there for. As long as you're not just yanking weight, if you do it with a level of control, then you should be fine. Sometimes I don't have control, I'll be fair, but a lot of the time I do, and that works for me. I haven't injured myself doing stiff legs yet. Of course, my loading isn't that heavy, but to be fair, I got 180 for a set of 10 2 weeks ago, which I was really fucking happy with. That was my off-season goal for that. So I'm happy that I've got that, and now we'll try and get to like 200. Once I've hit 200, I want to go back to RDLs. I fucking love RDLs. They feel so much better than stiff legs for me, but stiff legs feel better than they did at the start, obviously, because you do it more, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get into this now. Let's go, boy. Bloody hell. That was kind of disappointing.
Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Stood around, cold and damp.
well, I look really rough. Kind of expected after a leg day, but it was really good, to be fair. Like, everything went pretty well. I know it was good because at the end of the session, I just sat in the changing room for about 10 minutes, literally just sitting there. Time just flew by, and I hadn't realised that I'd actually just been sitting there the whole time. So yeah, that was pretty weird. It hasn't happened to me in a while, but really good session. But anyway, we have my post-workout meal, which is 100 grams cream of rice, 35 grams of whey isolate from Trained by JP, which is kind of weird. I think it's slightly overrated. It does digest pretty well, but it's just, I think it's bang average, if I'm completely honest. But that's what YouTube's for. Don't think it's bad by any stretch. I just don't think it's the best. And then 40 grams of banana, so I just used the leftover banana from this morning, topped off with macadamia nut butter, which is actually banging. It's a bit weird, it's a bit more like an oil than a butter, and I just drizzle that on top, 10 grams of that, and then a healthy pinch of salt. I do also have low salt, so I have a gram of low salt in there, and I just do that before I put the water in. Put about 300 mils of water in, but I don't really track it too much. In the microwave for a minute 30, then I mix it again, and then 30 seconds comes out a nice thick consistency. So if you want to know how I make my cream of rice, that's how I do it. I quite like stuff thicker. Same with my oats, which you'll see later, but honestly I'm just so tired. I'll crack on with this. I've got loads of work to do, which is obviously fantastic, and I'll try not to think about how much my legs hurt. Yeah, I'll go get some. I'll have a Radox bath. Don't forget the Radox bath for recovery. Get it nice and hot, because I don't have a sauna. Like, it's a good way of getting heat therapy in. That's better than an ice bath. So yeah, I do that. Get some more steps in, and then yeah, hopefully maybe chill out a tiny bit later. But in all honesty, I'm just trying to get through the rest of the day. So yeah, I'll catch up with you for meal number 3, but I'll give you one quick bite, as would be courteous of a wannabe YouTuber. There we go. Look at that. Good bit of banana, good bit of macadamia nut butter. Mate, that is good. White chocolate hazelnut was a weird choice from me. Goes quite well with the what is it? Chocolate fudge brownie. Get inventive with your combinations, people. Have fun with it. Alright, I'm gonna go crack on with some work. Catch you for meal number 3 or 4. Meal number 4. Yes, people, so I am back after my recovery bath and a nice walk. So we're currently at like 10,300 steps, so it pretty much boxes it off for the day. I normally aim for around 12k. Finn only suggests I get 10, so I kind of just do extra to do extra. It's not very sensible, but that's sort of how we've been doing it. Another piece of recovery advice after the hot bath is get yourself some compressions on. There's a big thing about like Normatec and having compression sleeves that are like actually aerated, but you just don't need it. These work fine, to be fair. It's something that I used to do when I was playing rugby. You had a lot of miles under the legs, so yeah, this definitely helps, and they're sort of the two things that I really seek to do recovery wise post legs. I do a bit of mobility at night as well. That's just something that I decided I wanted to do as a New Year's resolution, was prioritize my recovery. So I spend 10 minutes doing something, whether that's mobility. I've got a TENS machine, which I sometimes use, and then also a massage gun. Like, they're the main things, but main thing is sleep and food, and this is a big old bowl. So we got 100 grams of sushi rice. I would normally have all basa, or baso, however you say it, but didn't take it out of the freezer. completely forgot. So I've got what was left over from yesterday, and then half a can of tuna. Not ideal, but yeah, it's fine. About 100 grams of cucumber, 50 grams of sweet corn, anything else, lettuce, and then 70 grams of Jason sourdough with some avocado on top. Yes, it's very basic, bitch. Yes, I'm white girling, as someone might say, but it's actually really fucking good, so I don't really care. 1 gram of normal Maldon salt, 1 gram of low salt, and yeah, that's the meal. There is a little bit of lemon juice, just because I find that makes cold food just taste nicer, it tastes a bit fresher. It's also good for digestion. And then also got a little bit of Nando's, I can't remember what it's called, it's like churrasco or something like that. Peronaise, which is like barbecue Peronaise from Nando's, which is actually really good. So I got 10 grams of that in there as well. But yeah, that's this meal. I will have a little thing of mango, like I did in the last video. I did have a post-workout date as well, as I also had a pre-workout date with my pre-workout apple. And then during my workout, I did also have my EAAs, which is like, I think 7 calories or something. I enjoy this meal. Normally it's a little bit weird, but that's the reality. Like, it's a bit of an adaptability. Like, I just didn't realise that I didn't have any not frozen fish, and there's not a lot you can do when you go to make the meal, so just adapted. But that's what you have to do. So yeah, that's what this meal is like. I'm gonna chow down on this while trying to do some work again, but hey, is what it is. So I just annihilated that, and look what was staring at me the whole time. What do you have to say for yourself? Poor bloke gets nothing. Yes, people, I'm back in the exact same spot that you are. Yeah, so we're back in the same spot as before. Final meal, which is like cookie dough oats. So I think I showed last time my blueberry muffin style. This is pretty much the same thing. So it's 2 bananas, 1 mashed up, mixed in with a little bit of vanilla extract, cinnamon, and low salt. I added 100 grams of oats, 40 grams of egg whites. Mix that all together a little bit. A good amount of water. I don't weigh out the water. It's probably about 300 mils, I would have said, here, give or take. So 300 mils of water in the microwave for 1.5 minutes. Then I take it out, add 40 grams of whey, mix that all up, back in the microwave, and top it with 12 grams of peanut butter and the other banana. And it's pretty bloody good. Like, it's a chunky thing. Boom. Yeah, so no whey drip. But and it's actually quite weird. I haven't really been doing that. Like, I haven't really mixed oats and whey like this for a while, and it's something I used to do every day when I was at college. So yeah, that's interesting to note. Whey drip is massively overrated, but it is nice. After this, I'll have, I think it's 120 grams of blueberries and 110 grams of strawberries, because the packet was pretty much full. So yeah, and 110 grams of strawberries is pretty easy. Nothing too fancy. Sort of the rest of the day was a little bit of work, a little bit of editing, and then yeah, I'm absolutely shagged, honestly. I'm so tired, it's not even funny. So yeah, I'm gonna get back in, do a tiny bit more work, and then hopefully pass out. Like, It's been a long old day. Legs are cramping, and yeah, I'm sore. So yeah, not great, not bad. It is what it is. That's the beauty of leg day. If you don't come away feeling a little bit fucked, I question how much effort you really gave. But as with eating my food, someone is always jealous. It's just staring at me as he does. But yeah, that's that. That's the video. Full day of eating. 520 grams of carbs, 66 grams of fat, 218 grams of protein. You see, the meals are kind of, I don't know, they fluctuate a bit in terms of how much food there is. Like the meal between my post-workout and this meal's the smallest. I flipping love my breakfast, so that will never change. And then I'm enjoying this a lot at the moment, and because I'm still hungry, it's nice to have pretty high volume foods. That's why I have a fair amount of fruit. So I have my mango, berries, bananas, like apple. I try and get as much fibre in as possible, because again, good for fullness. Protein's been decreased because my food focus is a little bit less, and my general hunger is lower than on prep, as you would expect. Anyway, that's enough jibber jabbering. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, I'll catch up with you post deload, I would have thought. And yeah, deuces. Have a good day, you know, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just have a good one, you know. It doesn't have to be good, but you can make it good. Think about that. I'll leave you with that gem right there. Yeah. All right. Bye, people.